got to tell you, the Chicago Sky are one of the worst basketball teams I've ever seen. And today, their coach literally just waved the white flag. He quit. He literally just said, Phoenix Mercury, destroy us even more than you're destroying us right.
The Chicago Sky aren't just losing, they're in full-blown collapse mode, sinking faster than any team in recent WNBA memory. A 3-9 record barely scratches the surface of the disaster. But their implosion against the Phoenix Mercury? That wasn't just a loss, it was a televised basketball meltdown. A total system failure. Coach Tyler Marsh didn't just bench his starters in the third quarter, he pulled them like the building was on fire. It wasn't a tactical adjustment, it was a surrender. And at the center of it all is Angel Reese, the self-proclaimed face of the league, delivering one of the worst seasons you could imagine for a supposed star. If you think her play resembles a baby giraffe learning to walk, comment baby giraffe below, because that's exactly what this looks like. Let's go.
My God, this team is garbage. Golly. Man, Angel Reese with a triple single, 9 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. She was a minus 25.
Reese, part 43. Let's get it. National TV stinker. Uh-oh. For tantrum. Bang! She only took 1 shot in the game. It's because her teammates refused to give her the ball. On the bright side, at least she has a podcast. Am I right? Bang! Sure, just take your sweet old time getting back on D, huh? Know where to be. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Look at that. Team player. Put her to the All-Star game.
To understand how bad this has gotten, rewind a bit. The Sky entered the game already spiraling, losing 5 of their last 6, turning the ball over at a jaw-dropping clip. They average 18.9 turnovers per game, the worst in the entire league. That's not just sloppy, it's catastrophic. It's like trying to perform open-heart surgery with oven mitts. They're not just off rhythm, they've lost the beat, the melody, and the sheet music entirely. Chicago isn't playing basketball right now. They're performing improv with a deflated ball.
Team stinks. Angel Reese not even in top 10 in all-star voting. This team stinks. A triple single, and y'all was out there ranting and raving, talking about her all-star. She should be an all-star. Like, man, come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. This team is terrible.
The Phoenix Mercury smelled blood before the opening tip and pounced with ruthless precision. They exploded to a 31-8 lead in the first quarter while the Sky served up 8 turnovers like appetizers at a buffet. But the real collapse happened in the third quarter. Phoenix opened with an 11-3 run, ballooning the lead to 25, and Coach Marsh didn't just wave the white flag, he threw it on the court and walked away. Out came Angel Reese. Out came Cardoso. Not because of foul trouble. Not to rest. But to protect them from further embarrassment. That wasn't coaching, it was surrender, broadcast live for the whole basketball world to see.
Chicago Sky is more like Chicago, why are you on TV? Like, they're embarrassment, bro. There's a reason why the Indiana Fever are on TV all the time, because they actually have a good product, when they have a good game, even a bad game, they're still actually fun to watch. This is horrible. Chicago Sky is an embarrassment, bro. The WNBA definitely screwed up having this game as a national televised game. They screwed up bad.
Meanwhile, Phoenix looked like they were fighting for a championship. They shot 56.5% from the field and an absurd 57.1% from deep. Sammy Whitcomb transformed into a flamethrower in the second quarter, draining 5 threes like she was playing NBA Jam on fire mode. When the dust settled, the Mercury had posted their first 100-point game of the season, while Chicago stumbled to 86 points and a mind-numbing 21 turnovers. This wasn't a game. It was a basketball massacre. An instructional video on what not to do.
I don't know what's wrong with them. But, like, they could lose this game by 40. Like, I don't know. I don't know what is wrong with this team. Because today it wasn't even, I think I don't even think that this was an effort thing. Like, I don't even think this was an effort problem. But at the end of the day, like, they're just not.
But the absurdity didn't end with the scoreboard, it got even more surreal at the podium. Angel Reese, fresh off a 2-rebound, 31% shooting performance, stood in front of cameras and tried to spin humiliation into inspiration. She talked about poise, process, and effort, as if the box score didn't exist. In her mind, it wasn't a blowout, it was a growth opportunity. But when you're getting dominated on the glass by players half your size and can barely convert layups, maybe it's time to stop talking and start producing.
A game where her team lost by 21. She was a team leading a minus 25. We're still trying to post up in 2025. Spread it out like butter. Butter pecan. Only had 2 rebounds, and you're about to witness one of them. How about that? Athlete. Bang! ESPN graphic, by the way. We're on a generational run. Bang! In your first shot, 6 minutes into the 3rd quarter. I don't care if it went in. Disgusting. How about it? Bang! Give it to her. This is a nice first team all cardio performance. She got her 10K steps in. Ole! 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 Angel, get back on defense! Bang!
And then came the delusional cherry on top. I don't complain, I just work, she declared, flexing like she just dropped a triple-double. Reality check, she went 0-for-8 against New York and is shooting a horrendous 30.9% on the season. Her game has looked more like performance art than professional basketball. She's averaging 9.1 points per game while breaking her way through the schedule, but still seems to think she's on the verge of a breakout. That's not confidence. That's pure delusion served with a side of wishful thinking.
Angel Reese got completely exposed today, man. Y'all see how she only took 1 shot today versus the Mercury and only had 2 rebounds? This goes to show she can't get all those rebounds without taking hella shots, getting her own misses, man. You've been completely exposed today, bricklaying sloth. Completely. When you ain't taking all these shots and missing all these goddamn layups and shit, you can't get your rebounds. So your rebounds go down because no missed shots, no rebounds, man.
And here's the kicker, she keeps insisting she's happy with where the team is. Happy? With this? This team is more dysfunctional than a family reunion hosted by divorce lawyers. Praising the sky's growth is like complimenting the engine room of the Titanic after it hit the iceberg. Let's be honest, she's missing layups from inside 3 feet at a 28% clip. You could probably toss the ball up with your eyes closed and have a better chance of it going in. This isn't growing, it's imploding.
Obviously, this is my third one. Obviously, it really meant something to other people today because it's me. And I just focus on basketball. I come into work every day and work. I don't complain, I don't care about anything else. I have bad days. I haven't been playing well at all. And I can sit here and just mope around and point the finger, but it's been me. And I take accountability. I come in every day and try to be better than the next and better than the last. And I know my teammates trust me. I know they have my back. Ariel has my back for everything. And I just love that being a part of a team that I know really trusts me and trust my work, and everything else is everything else. I'm just here just to come to work every day and go home. That's all I want to do. It's just come to work and being able to enjoy my job that I love. People would die and kill to have this job. And being able to play with the best players in the world means a lot to me. I put my all in this.
And then there's Coach Tyler Marsh, the man brought in with championship pedigree from Las Vegas, now stuck managing a basketball disaster. He was hired to turn Reese into a star, unlock Cardoso's potential, and build a playoff team. Instead, he's overseeing a weekly train wreck. The Phoenix game was his defining moment, down 25 in the third, and instead of inspiring a comeback, he bailed. No timeout. No fire. Just a blank stare and mass substitutions. Later, he blamed the move on protecting players due to a back-to-back. But anyone watching knew the truth, he wasn't coaching. He was retreating. That wasn't leadership. That was damage control with a clipboard.
I'm here to tell you guys, man, when it comes to the Chicago Sky, No one could have predicted that this team was going to be this bad. I mean, they are horrible, bro. I mean, my goodness. If you guys haven't heard by now, the Chicago Sky has lost another damn basketball game, this time to the hands of the Phoenix Mercury. Phoenix Mercury put BTA all over the Chicago Sky. And I'm here to tell you, Tyler Marsh is getting the focal point of the blame, bro. But to me, you have to blame the players of this damn basketball team, starting with the leader of the team. I just gotta be honest. That is Princess Barbie Angel Reese. Man, she's been trapped.
All the while, Angel Reese keeps strutting like the league has it out for her, as if she's the victim of some grand conspiracy. Newsflash, it's not the refs. It's not the league. It's the bricks she keeps throwing. It's the endless turnovers. It's getting out-rebounded by guards half her size. You don't become a star through sound bites and post-game speeches, you earn it on the hardwood. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever are out there battling every night, getting knocked to the floor and still dropping logo-range threes with ice in their veins. While Reese's Sky Squad can't figure out if they're rebuilding or simply falling apart, Phoenix just handed the league a masterclass in effort. And Chicago? They're still fumbling around trying to find a spark. As for Reese, she better pray that BET Award came with a stat upgrade, because her box score is screaming the truth. Right now, the Sky aren't just bad, they're unraveling. And if something doesn't change soon, they won't just be the worst team in the W, they'll be the punchline in every locker room.
I mean, seriously, the Sky's on national TV and to say they're getting worked is an understatement. Angel Reese hits a three, starts to get in a rhythm, one shot. So, what does Tyler do? He benched her and Cardoso. Phoenix Suns starters are killing the Chicago Sky bench players. In fairness, they were killing the starters too. All right, down 36.
Anyone with functioning vision and a pulse could see what was happening. Coach Tyler Marsh wasn't making some brilliant, calculated coaching move. He'd simply seen enough. Watching his team disintegrate possession after possession, he finally pulled the plug, not for strategy, but mercy. Yanking his entire starting lineup in the third quarter was less about adjustments and more about escape. It was the basketball equivalent of texting your mom to come pick you up early from summer camp because the vibes were bad. And this isn't some isolated reaction. Marsh has sounded like a man on the verge in every press conference lately, trapped in a live-action version of Groundhog Day where the turnovers never stop, and every loss looks exactly like the last. We can't keep beating ourselves, he says like a broken record, while his team fumbles, stumbles, and crashes their way through 4 quarters. He wasn't coaching. He was surviving.
Chicago Sky might be the worst basketball team to ever exist. It's real bad. I mean, this is a disastrous. The Chicago Sky are an abomination. It's a disastrous season. It is. Oh, they look bad. Kennedy Carter's crazier than a shithouse rat. Her 18 points a game looks awfully good right now. They've got no offense. They got nobody that can score outside of Cardoso that can grab the ball and just take over and randomly drop 18 to 28 points in a game. There's no offense. And their defense is terrible, but they have no offense. No spark plug.
Marsh arrived in Chicago hailed as a savior, armed with 2 WNBA championships from Las Vegas and tasked with turning raw talent into stars. Instead, he's become the front-facing spokesperson for a basketball demolition project. Every press conference now sounds like a TED Talk in damage control. Take his recent gem, we're getting more possessions than other teams, we're just giving them back. Translation? My team treats the ball like it's radioactive, and I'm 1 turnover away from losing my mind. Let's look at the cold hard facts. Chicago opened the season 0-4, tying the worst start in franchise history. They were outscored by 60 points in their first 2 games, the worst opening differential ever in WNBA history. And it hasn't gotten better. They scored just 52 points against Indiana, their lowest total since 2011, while allowing opponents to drop 91+ in 4 straight games. This isn't a slump. It's a televised implosion.
I don't see it getting any better, man. I think this coach is going to be gone, and I think it's going to be a fire sale. I don't think there's anybody on this roster who's 100% guaranteed to be on this roster next season. I think anybody with the right any of these people can go. Just because I don't see the talent. I don't see any untouchable talent. I don't see any untouchable talent on this roster at all.
Defensively, the Sky are in free fall. They currently boast the worst defensive rating in the entire league, a painful 113.6. Opponents are lighting them up for nearly 95 points a night, and not a single opponent has been held under 90. Every game feels like an open tryout for a three-point contest. Teams are drilling 45.1% of their threes against them, and the Sky's defensive effort looks more like a polite invitation than a challenge. Lost in all this chaos is Camila Cardoso. She had a spectacular 17-point, 7 of 9 shooting game against Phoenix, but it barely made headlines because her team was falling apart around her. Anyone paying close attention can see the shift in her body language, from hopeful rookie to frustrated pro trapped in a dysfunctional system. Every time Reese freelances on a broken play, you can see Cardoso's eyes dart to the bench like she's asking to be rescued from a nightmare she didn't sign up for.
Miller Cardoso was killing it in this game. 7 of 9 from the field, 77.8%. That's how a big is supposed to shoot. All right. Angel only shot the ball once. She did have 6 free throws, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 9 points. Camilla had 17. And I got to tell you, some of these players can't hit water if they fell out of a boat.
Cardoso deserves so much more than this mess. While she remains consistent and efficient, Angel Reese keeps bulldozing into double teams like it's a hobby and still gets treated like a franchise centerpiece. Against Phoenix, both were benched, not to rest, not to reset, but to minimize embarrassment. It was less about strategy and more about optics. But make no mistake, the issue isn't just Reese or Marsh. It's systemic. The front office built this roster like they drew names from a raffle and expected playoff magic. The result? A team that can't shoot, can't defend, and treats possession like a game of hot potato. Nearly 19 turnovers per game means they're handing opponents 5 or 6 extra possessions every single night. Elite teams average 13 to 14 turnovers. The Sky are running a charity drive in live broadcast form.
Is that this roster unfortunately was not built for success. With Courtney Vandersloot going down with the ACL injury, I just don't know how the Sky are going to weather this. See, teams have the Chicago Sky figured out. They figured out that they can go crazy from behind the arc because the Chicago Sky's perimeter defense is just not there. It's not effective. I was on the floor. I saw them fighting to get around these screens.
And rather than owning their collapse, the Sky keep reaching for excuses and reheated motivational quotes. But great teams adapt. Great players fight. The Sky? They seem committed to accelerating their own implosion. Now, the question isn't whether they'll bounce back, it's how much lower they can sink. Marsh's decision to bench his starters might have made sense on a human level, but competitively, it was the white flag. Angel Reese, meanwhile, has gone from college hero to professional cautionary tale. Her post-game interviews sound like spoken word poetry about improvement while her stats freefall. Claiming you're progressing while your numbers nosedive isn't resilience, it's denial wrapped in PR training.
It's bad. This was rough. Chicago Sky are not a good team. Why are they on TV so much? Wow. Sky coach benched his starters for most of the third quarter, still to play in a nationally televised game. Effing quitter. Chicago Sky loves getting humiliated on national TV.
She keeps talking about expanding her range and learning from mistakes. But you can only learn from missed layups for so long before people start questioning whether you're even in the right league. Shooting under 31% from the field and missing shots inside 3 feet at an alarming clip? That's not development. That's regression. She's turned working on my game into a punchline, and the organization has no answers. They banked everything on her upside and ignored the need for production. But in the WNBA, every player is fast, strong, and skilled. Potential doesn't win games. Results do. And right now, Reese looks unprepared for the league's physicality, speed, and discipline. That's not on her alone, it's a front office failure as much as it is her own.
Chicago Sky get blown out again, down 30 at home. Sky, if y'all was down by 30, y'all stink. Y'all are the jokes of the league, the laughing stock. Y'all can't talk about anybody else's team. This roster is trash. Y'all coach might be trash. The organization has been buns. We will see. We will see. But as of right now, Chicago Sky are trash. It was down 30 again. Angel Reese with a triple single. It is what it is, man. Make sure you like.
As for Coach Marsh, his Las Vegas glory days feel like a lifetime ago. Now he's caught in a loop of post-loss apologies and rotations that resemble panic rather than planning. His decision to bench the starters against Phoenix will be remembered not as a strategic pivot but as a white flag on national television. Maybe he didn't quit his job that night, but he quit on the idea that this team could compete. This season is already becoming one of the most spectacular implosions in WNBA history. A case study in how hype gets eviscerated by reality. It's a blend of sports tragedy and must-watch collapse. Somewhere in suburban Chicago, Marsh is probably refreshing job boards while Angel Reese practices her next post-game monologue in the mirror. If you think Reese is the worst player in the WNBA, comment Baby Giraffe down below. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. We'll see you in the next one.